What is going on, YouTube? Welcome to episode 1 of our brand new NBA 2k20 Expansion franchise series. I am the Content Juggernaut, but you can just call me Jugger, and I am incredibly excited to not only be bringing you guys this specific series, but overall YouTube content in general, especially because I do anticipate us doing a little bit of exploring as we find our niche here on YouTube and we figure out what exactly sticks for us, what you guys enjoy watching, and also what I enjoy bringing you guys as far as content goes, because obviously every YouTuber wants to find that happy medium as to what they enjoy, but also what their audience, what their community also enjoys watching as well. So thank you so much for tuning in. Just you viewing this video means so much, as it's the first video on this channel and it's the start of a brand new series. Like, just that means a lot. But if you find yourself enjoying any part of this series, if you find yourself enjoying listening to me talk, if you find yourself enjoying any part of this video, please do consider taking that support a step further by not only subscribing to the channel, but possibly also ringing that little bell so you get notifications when my videos do go live. But lastly, also just liking this video so that we can make sure that we grow this community as fast as we possibly can and at a steady rate, so that more people can see this content, so that we can see if more people enjoy it and just build a really awesome community here on YouTube. So if you want to do that, it'd mean a lot. And overall, thank you guys for watching this video, and thank you for taking this journey with me on YouTube, as I have made YouTube content previously, but it's been a while, so bear with me as I shake off the rust as far as technical stuff goes, and just overall in general. I may butcher my words a little, so just bear with me. I'm going to try to improve as we go along, so thank you so much. The support means a lot. But alright, let's start talking about the video at hand. So the video that we have here at hand is going, like I said, it's going to be us starting a brand new NBA League Expansion franchise, and I've explored this a lot offline, and I've had a lot of fun, like just by myself offline, and I've had a lot of fun doing it. And I'm super excited to do it again. There's just so many different things that you can add into a series like this, but the main thing that I love about it is just the trials and tribulations you go through as you try to become a legitimate NBA franchise, legitimate NBA team. We'll be playing on Hall of Fame difficulty, and hopefully it's a pretty good challenge for us as we try to win an NBA championship. That will be the goal of this series. Once we do that, we'll see if we decide that, oh, we did it kind of quickly, or it took us a while, and we'll see if we want to continue the series from there. But winning the championship will be the ultimate goal of this series, and we'll see how long it takes us to get there. And overall, one thing I forgot to mention, if I have any audio issues, if anything sounds funky, you think my mic's too low, if you think my mic's too high, if you think the in-game audio's too low, if you think it's too high, please let me know. I want to hear all that feedback so I can make sure to improve any and everything for you guys. So please let me know. Do not hesitate. And if you also got any suggestions on the type of content you want to see on this channel, please don't hesitate either. I am going to be doing this all on the PS4, so as long as it can be played on PS4, I'm going to check it out and see exactly what we can do with any type of content you guys want to see. Though I do plan on primarily focusing on Madden 2K and also Call of Duty Warzone. Those are the games I'm currently enjoying right now, so those are the games I want to bring to you guys as content as of right now, but I am willing to explore other things as we move along with this channel. So once again, feel free to jot anything down in the comment section, and I'll definitely hear you guys out. But let's just jump into this. Let's jump right into it. And I know I'm not Philip DeFranco, but I just felt like the right thing to say. So obviously we're going to start at the regular season. We're not starting in the off season. Who does that? And we're going to download some team designs. I love supporting the awesome team designs that people come up with on here. So we're going to go to the latest designs, and we're just going to see what exactly works for us. So I'm going to search by keywords because I already know the 6 teams, and yes, we're going to do the full 6. We're adding 6 teams to the current NBA roster. I already know the 6 teams I want to add. Did a little bit of research before we got this video underhand. So let's see what we can find. This is loading very slowly though, so hopefully it pops something up quick. The first team is going to be in Omaha, Nebraska though. But yes, the first team that we are going to add into our brand new NBA 2k20 franchise expansion series is going to be the Omaha Bison. I really like these colors. I really like the logo, and that's the main thing. I just really like the logo, and that's what a lot of this is about. It seems like they made a good cord and everything too, so yeah, that's going to be the first team that we add. Like I said, we're adding 6 teams, so there's going to be 3 teams on the East Coast that we're adding, and then 3 teams on the West Coast of North America. So that's going to be the first one. The next team we're going to add is going to be from Seattle. I know it's super popular to just always add in the Seattle Supersonics. I actually did that in both of the other two expansion franchise series I've done. Just added the Supersonics because why not? Like, obviously, Seattle wants their team back, and they deserve their team back. Seattle's an awesome city. Even though I haven't been there personally, it's just a city that I know a lot about, and I would love to live there. But the next team is actually going to be the Seattle Ninjas. I actually fell in love with this logo. Purple is just such an underrated color. There's not enough purple mascots or anything. And Ninjas is like, what professional sports team, what even college sports team has Ninjas as its logo? Why is there no Ninjas? I don't know. I guess it's a little too violent. I don't know. It's a cool idea. I love it. I love it. That's going to be the next team that we add. The next team we're going to be adding is going to be the Montreal Stars. Just that logo to me just seems so realistic. Like, if Montreal had a team, I would absolutely envision that they would have that logo. So that one just sold me on its realism. Next team we're going to be adding will be the Alaska Snow Devils. And this logo, I just really like the colors. I think it's creative, and I just think Alaska gets no love, so I think it's just a really cool idea, cool team. It works for what Alaska is. Like, Snow Devils just makes sense. I like it. I like it. I like it. Like, underrated color scheme, unique city, and just gets no love. So we're gonna go with Alaska as well. One thing I wanted to quickly mention too was that I am so sorry if you guys can hear any like background noise that's either being emitted from my PS4 or from my desktop. I just can't. I'm currently using a blue snowball mic, and if you're someone who has any knowledge of microphones as far as the YouTube world goes, you know that that's on the cheaper side as far as mic goes. As far as microphones go. However, sadly, I can't find the, I recently moved back home with my mother, and I cannot find the power cord to my better mic. It's like a Neewer mic, N-E-E-W-E-R. I never knew if I was pronouncing that correct. Never heard someone else pronunciate it. But I cannot find the power cord to that one. So because of that, I am stuck with my blue snowball microphone. So once I can find the power cord or try to order one from online, then we should be doing a little bit better on background noise. So just my apologies. If you guys can just bear with me as we reach that point, I would really appreciate it. Anyways, back to the video. Next is going to be the Salt Lake City Swarm. And I know I'm seeing a few logos, but I kind of want the exact one I saw earlier. Yeah, and I assumed it'd be like the first one, and yeah, that's it. And I just, once again, really like the color scheme, the black and yellow color scheme. I know there's a lot of different black and yellow teams in sports, but Bees, little underrated one. Haven't really seen Bees. And then Salt Lake City, another city that doesn't get enough love. And then lastly, the last team we're going to add, that'll give us our the third team that we needed on the East Coast, is going to be the Tigers. Oh, I didn't kind of think that through on how common Tigers would be. There we go. Or this may be it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, the Jacksonville Tigers just looks like a real logo to me. It looks really polished. It's not too fancy, but it super works. And I like the color scheme. Orange, not appreciated enough as far as the logo goes, especially the amount of orange that they're using on their logos. And orange and black work really well together, just like yellow and black. So we're going to rock out with that. So those are going to be the 6 expansion franchises for this series. It's going to once again be the Omaha Bison, the Seattle Ninjas, the Montreal Stars, the Alaska Snow Devils, the Salt Lake City Swarm, and the Jacksonville Tigers. So obviously the Tigers, the Swarm, I mean not those two. The Tigers, the Stars, and the Bison will be our East Coast teams, and the Ninjas, the Snow Devils, and the Swarm will be our West Coast team. So that gives us 3 to just go on each side of the conference. So we're going to rock out with that. Now we're going to go up to the setup options. So we're going to stick with 82 games. I know that's a lot of games, but we're going to do a lot of simming. I'm just I'm just like OCD about stats and stuff being somewhat similar to what they should be in real life. So it's like if we're not playing a full season, then stuff's just going to look a little odd. So we're going to stick to that. We're actually going to be doing 9-minute quarters. It just works for me. I really like the 9-minute quarters. It's definitely going to be on the longer end of games, but once again, it's just realistic as far as getting to certain point totals, and more so it's super realistic as to you can't have a terrible bench with 9-minute quarters because your starters are going to get tired. You're going to have to sub them out, and you're going to have to play your bench, and realistically, in real life, benches matter a lot. There's been some really awesome teams that had terrible benches, and it's really been their Achilles heel. So for that reason, I think we should do 9-minute quarters so we can get that realistic part of rotations that you just can't get otherwise unless you do on the higher end of quarter lengths. So obviously we're not doing a fantasy draft, we're going to be doing the expansion draft. So we can move on. We're going to do the 7-game series. Doing anything less just doesn't feel right. We're actually going to let teams protect 10 players, because if you do less than that, teams just end up letting super unrealistic players go on their team. Like I don't even want to go over it. Just you get some really unrealistic players don't get to be kept on to teams, and I don't really like that. We'll still have some good players, but I really do want this to be on the more realistic side. Realism is something that I'm super seeking for this series. So 10 protected players, and we're just going to increase the draft class quality just a little bit, just because we are going to be doing the auto-generated draft class. I really do not like doing the created draft class by just other users. I just always think someone ends up being ridiculously overrated, or the players just, even though they're shooting or something's not that good, they just all dunk it way too well. Like, something's always an issue with those draft class that people make, no matter how realistic they claim it is. So for that reason, we are going to just auto-generate and allow the game to make us a draft class, but we want the players to not be terrible, so we're going to make it a 55 as far as the draft class quality. So everything else though, we are going to increase the trade frequency to 70, just because I feel like the CPUs do not make enough trades, and overall trades are a lot of fun. I like seeing things get shaken up. I like seeing what the computers agree on as far as trades. So even if it's just trading bench players, like a lot of trades happen in the NBA. I recently saw a picture that said the NBA in 2016, and it showed a bunch of like star players, and none of them are actually on the same team that they were on just in 2016. A lot of them have changed teams twice. So like trades happen frequently. There's no reason to not increase that trade, the amount of trades a little bit. Injuries we do want on. Use roster injuries, yes, we do want that on, because that's this allows us to start with injuries assigned in the roster. So like John Wall won't be healthy, Kevin Durant won't be healthy. Like, that stuff's realistic, so we need that. Injury severity, I'm going to increase to 55. Duration, I'm going to increase to 55. And career ending, we're just going to leave. We don't really want people's careers to get ended, because that actually doesn't happen too often. And if it does, it's like a slow process, so we don't really want that. We're just going to increase the severity and duration to make it a little bit more realistic as well. The progression rate, we're going to actually increase that a little bit, because I feel like players on NBA just progress really slowly. So we're going to increase that, especially if you don't go crazy with practices and stuff. Yeah, I won't leave the rest of that alone. None of that matters. We will be playing on Hall of Fame to really make it difficult, like playing in the NBA really should be, playing against NBA players. We're going to leave the simulator difficulty where it should be. Actually, we'll increase that to 55. We'll leave it at 55. Just so that it's more so like, oh, if we're currently on a good run or a good streak of beating opponents, then it'll kind of go with that, but it just won't hand us a bunch of wins. Otherwise, because we will be having to do a decent bit of simming, because I really don't plan on playing 82 games at all. We're going to increase both of these by 5 as well, just so that players are fatiguing. Actually, we're not going to increase recovery, just the fatigue. We do want players to be getting fatigued, because once again, that's realistic. Players get tired, especially at the end of a 82-game season. Like, imagine doing that yourself. You would be tired. So we're going to go with that, and yeah, that looks like everything. So we can advance, and now it comes down to which of those expansion teams are we going to be playing with, because obviously we're choosing an expansion team, so which one? Obviously the Bison, the Ninjas, the Snow Devils, the Swarm, the Tigers, and thought I skipped over one. But either way, for me, it comes down to the Alaska Snow Devils and the Seattle Ninjas. I really do love both of these logos and both of their color schemes, but we are going to go with the Seattle Ninjas. I am absolutely in love with that, and like I said, I'm a fan of the city of Seattle, so that's what we're going to rock out with. And we're just going to put Seattle back on the map. Seattle deserved a team. We're just going to change it up, not have a bunch of old nostalgia. It's going to be what's new. We're going to look ahead. We're going to be looking to the future, and we're just really going to bring Seattle that championship and really just make that vibrant city even more vibrant like it deserves to be. So now we're going to see if we want to put any of this on auto for us, and I don't think we do. Is there anything we want to put on auto? No. I will put the roster fill. If I somehow don't fill a roster, then yeah, we'll put that on auto. But everything else, yeah, we'll do everything else ourselves. And alright, we are finally getting underway. Quite the excitement. And yes, like I said, we will be auto-generating the rookie class. We don't want to load in a draft class. I don't think they're created that well, so I'm going to auto-generate those rookies. And now it's going to be the expansion draft, which is going to be pretty exciting. Well, first we're going to see what players that teams are protecting. So let's hop right into that. Let's see who's being protected. So obviously you're going to see mostly stars protected, but already a really good player who scored a decent bit of points just this past season for the 76ers and Shake Milton, and was really coming on at the end of the season. He's not on their roster. Obviously, Korkmaz isn't currently being protected. They went with Glenn Robinson over both of them, which I don't really understand. Glenn Robinson's 25, and I guess he has some really good shooting on there, but both of these guys are younger. They have a lot of potential to do a little bit more, in my opinion, than Glenn Robinson, but shoot yourself. And then Norval, I don't get it, but that's what they chose. On the Bucks, we're going to see they didn't protect Marvin, no Wesley, no Robin, Kyle Korver. Otto Porter didn't get protected by the Bulls. He does have a ridiculous contract, so they're probably happy to get rid of it. So some pretty good players. No one crazy so far, but some pretty good players aren't being protected. I'm just going to start going through these a little quicker just to see if we see Avery Bradley. There we go. That's a pretty decent player that's not being protected by the Lakers, as well as Quinn Cook. I'd happily take Quinn Cook on our roster. Just a little short, but I'd take him. Tim Hardaway Jr., there we go. So that's a huge name that's not being protected. So he can be like slightly a face of a franchise as they start in their first year. Even Taurean Prince, really good player. Mason Plumlee didn't get Paul Millsap not getting protected. I know he's old and has a pretty hefty contract, but wow, no Paul Millsap. So see a lot of decent, pretty good players not getting protected. And where are we in this draft? So Dwight Howard's first off the board in the expansion draft. Paul Millsap next. Then we see Malik Beasley, really good player. And then we're fifth. So we're going to go fifth. So let's see who we want to select. So Serge Ibaka, 30 years old and 81. Some really good shooting as he gets the A- inside, A- mid, A- 3. We can go Reggie Jackson. He's going to be 29. We can go Tim Hardaway Jr. We can go Jeremy Lamb. Go Jeff Teague. Mike Conley didn't get protected. Some crazy stuff here. So we can go, out of these players, I really can't advocate going with anyone other than Tim Hardaway Jr. Just the fact that he is going to be 27. I know Jeremy Lamb's also 27 as well, and he's a 79. But I do think Tim Hardaway Jr., even though the kind of ratings on these attributes may say a little otherwise, I think I like Tim Hardaway Jr. a little bit more defensively, and I like him driving to the basket a little bit more. I feel like Jeremy Lamb's slower, so it's a little bit harder to get by your defenders and stuff. So we're going to go with Tim Hardaway Jr. I'm also a Mavericks fan, so it makes more sense. I would lean towards the Mavericks player. Alright, we're already going to be back on the clock. Who was just taken, though? We saw, after Tim Hardaway Jr., Serge Ibaka and Reggie Jackson. Not bad, not bad. So we're going to, if we can go back to the... We can go back to our selection. There we go. So we're going to go with next. I almost want to go with Shake Milton, but he may not be taken. I mean, I guess, yeah, there's really no reason not to then just take Jeremy Lamb as well. I wasn't sure that we were going to be picking again that soon, so I don't know we were going to be able to get both of them. So that's a super solid start for us. Tim Hardaway Jr. and Jeremy Lamb, I'll take that. Those are two guys who can definitely, like, score. Maybe not efficiently, but especially if they're the face of the team, like the best players. They're not deferring to someone else, but we'll take it. We'll take it. That's a good start. We really don't plan on being good in this first year. We're not going to be good. I plan on simulating the whole entire first year. I'm hoping we suck, honestly, so we can get a high draft pick, and I plan on trading away a few assets so we can try to get more draft stock and really just plan for the future. You want young players. You want to develop your young players and start building a culture and planning for the future. So that's what I plan on doing. So now we can even get Mike Conley. We could get Jeff Teague. I think we go Conley and we trade him because I don't like Conley's contract. Conley is getting paid way too much money, but I couldn't pass up on Conley compared to those other players. Like, I just like him a lot better than all the other players that were just there and available. I think we do the same thing with Marc Gasol, that we take Marc Gasol here and we just try to trade him because I don't like his contract either. He's just getting paid too much money for being a 78 in my opinion. So yeah, gonna do that as well. We'll take Marc Gasol and we'll just trade him. So yeah, it's just too much money invested in Marc Gasol. And obviously, if we're simulating the whole first season, then a huge thing we're going to be looking forward to is the off season, which means the draft, but also free agency. And in free agency, we want to be able to pick up some players, offer them some big contracts so we can ensure they come to us. And if we have huge contracts like Marc Gasol's and Mike Conley, won't be able to do that, which is funny enough. They both were on Memphis. Neither is no longer plays for Memphis, but they both still have some pretty ridiculous contracts, and they're both just not as good as they were back in the Memphis days. So just guys that we are probably going to trade. So now things are starting to fall off. I super don't like Bismack Biyombo, and I hate Andre Robinson too. Super good defensively, but he's just such a huge liability offensively that you just can't advocate too much for him. Boban wouldn't be bad. A 76 just seems generous, though. His rating seems a little high, in my opinion. Even as a Mavs fan, that seems high to me. Definitely seems high. I think we may take him and have him as like a development project. I just know super tall players are kind of easy to score with on 2K, so I kind of want to avoid him just for that reason. Like the Bobons, the boys of the, or Bol, my apologies, Bols. I always want to call them boy for some reason. The Bols of the NBA, they're a little easy to score with just because they're so tall. So the 2K has trouble being realistic with them because it's just like they're shooting over everyone. So I think we will avoid him for that reason, but I don't know who I want to go with instead. I guess I can go with John Henson since he's 28. Yeah, because I really don't like Kyle Anderson. I don't want a bunch of older players. I want some, but not a ton. So yeah, we'll go with John Henson. Very lengthy, good player, especially defensively. And he'll be able to rebound a lot, so that sounds good to me. I think I'll go Myers Leonard. I like Myers Leonard. Yeah, I'm going to start with Justin, and then we'll take Grayson Allen as well, if he's still there. Yeah, we'll take Grayson Allen. I know in real life he's kind of a hit case, but we'll take him. So we'll take Grayson Allen. See Kyle Anderson, Michael Kidd-Gilchrist, Javonte Green, James Johnson. Definitely want to take him. Ooh, Taurean Prince. I don't know, he's only a 73. I feel like he's better than, like, Boban being a 76 for him a 73. I don't know if I can agree with that. I really don't. Patrick McCaw, another player with a really good three, but just can't shoot twos. This doesn't make a lot of sense to me. How tall is he? 6'7"? Yeah, we'll take him. It's definitely one of the better players available. I don't know how we're doing positional-wise now, though. So let's look into that. So we have 2 centers, 2 shooting guards, 1 point guard, 2 power forwards, and a shooting guard and a small forward. So we could use a backup point guard technically. Yeah, we're going to take Javon Carter. I'm a huge West Virginia fan just because of Bob Huggins having that press defense. I think it's just really cool the way he runs it. He runs it perfectly in my opinion. So yeah, we're going to take Javon Carter. Definitely a player I was a huge fan of it during his time as a Mountaineer. So we'll take him. Maurice Harkless. Now we're going to take Maurice Harkless. I think Harkless is like a good 3-and-D player, which is what the NBA is currently all about. So we'll take Maurice. There we go. Dylan will be our pick. We should be almost ending this now. Should be near the end. Round 13. Robin Lopez, Yogi, Twan Moore, Shaquille Harris. Yeah, we'll take Ed Davis. This is another vet. And I guess there's round 14. I think I'm going to let them just do this pick. Oh, that's the end of it. There we go. Alright, and that's the end of the expansion draft. So now we're here at the beginning of the season. People talking. Let's see where we line up on the power rankings right now. We're actually going to be 31 on the 2K one. And how about the other ones? 35, so we're second to last on that one. And then we're going to be 30 on that one. So not too bad, not too bad. Let's look at the big board just real quick. It looks like there's a really good center. Yeah, consensus really good center and a consensus really good small forward. Everyone else is getting kind of mixed around. Those two guys don't move. So 7-1 center, his name is Wesley Solomon, and he is going to be from Iowa. And yeah, looks like he's really good at inside scoring. Also has a very good mid-range. As far as the small forward, his stats actually leave a little to be desired. You know, pretty alright 3-point shot, but the inside scoring is really good. Yeah, we're gonna want him. We want Wesley Solomon. He looks like the franchise changer. So that's the guy we're gonna need to, so that we can build our entire team around him. Especially with him being 7'1" too. Like I said, tall guys, a little easier to score with. It's unfortunate, but hey, he's the best player, and we want him. So right away now, we're just going to focus on trading players away. Like, that is definitely the focus now, is seeing what assets and stuff we can get for some of these players now. And I'm just going to explore this a little bit, and then we'll move from there. So let's just see, at least for Mike Conley and Gasol, and then that's where we'll end off this episode, since the draft and all that already took a while. So we got Shake Milton. We don't really want to be giving up picks though, so that's going to be a first round pick, but not until 2020. So we don't want that. We want to see if we can get a pick. I'm going to have to do some manual trades because we want to see if we can get a first round pick in the 2020 draft. It doesn't look like anyone's offering that, so let's just quickly see what we got from Marc Gasol, and then on my own time I'm going to figure out what type of trades I can put together so we can get some maybe some first round assets here for some of these guys. Because I don't plan on keeping Marc Gasol or Mike Conley. Those contracts are just terrible, and I just want to get rid of them right away. Get them off the team. It'll make our team worse now, which is good. We are tanking. Hate our franchise for whatever reason you want. Just be happy you guys are watching some pro basketball, Seattle. Just be happy. It's been a while. So that would be cool, but it's once again a 22. We need the 2020 pick. Doesn't look like we're getting that either. So yeah, I'm gonna have to explore these trades on my own time so that we can see exactly what we can get for these guys, and then obviously we'll just go over what exactly we did in the episode after I make the trades, because I'm gonna do that in my own time rather than in the episode, because I think I'll have to really do some finagling here, really figure out exactly what we're going to do. But yeah, I don't plan on keeping Conley, don't plan on keeping Gasol. I definitely plan on keeping both of these two guys, and from there, pretty much anyone else, I'll probably put a few of these guys on the trading block and just see if anyone wants anything for them. But that's our team. It's going to be Tim Hardaway Jr., Jeremy Lamb, Mike Conley, Marc Gasol, John Henson, Myers Leonard, Justin Jackson, Patrick McCaw, Ed Davis, Maurice Harkless, Grayson Allen, Javon Carter, Dylan Wendler, Chason Randall, and yeah, that is the team, and a full season of 82 games that we will not be playing because, like I said, we're just going to sim all the way through it. But it'll still be fun to see who wins the playoffs and who wins the championship, and like who gets to the playoffs and all that. All that stuff will still be fun. So thank you guys once again for watching. Obviously, this is just the introduction video, so we didn't get into too much action. Subscribe to the channel, ring that little bell so you don't miss out on future episodes. We got a lot to go over in these future episodes. And actually, let's take a real quick look at some of these other teams. So Snow Devils, they got Millsap, Otto Porter, Kelly Olynyk, Shaq Diallo, Avery Bradley, Robin Lopez, Jeff Green. Oh, this isn't a bad team at all. This isn't a bad team. Like, that's not bad, especially if they can get a game changer in the offseason, whether free agency or the draft. Like, that's not a bad team. What else we got here? Who's Montreal? Mason Plumlee's their best player. I don't like that. Even though he's a 79, I don't like that. Yeah, I'm not liking their team as much. The Swarm, Ibaka, not bad. Reggie Jackson, Alonzo Trier, I didn't even know he was there. That would have been a player to take. Wesley Matthews, that's not a bad team. I don't think the Swarm are that bad. Tigers, Malik Beasley, Biombo, Korkmaz, Forbes, Bull. This team's not bad either. I don't love it, but that's not a bad team. And then who's the last one? The Bison. I don't like the Bison's team at all. Yeah, I really dislike that team. Let's make sure they did the teams right. So Omaha's in the Western Conference. That's not how it's supposed to be. Omaha's supposed to be East. It looks like Omaha's over here with Salt Lake and then us. So then I guess Montreal and Jacksonville and Alaska. Like, it doesn't make any sense for Alaska to be East. So yeah, just in the off season, the next as we transition to next year in the off season, we'll just switch them over so that Omaha's in the East and that Alaska's in the West, because geographically it doesn't really make sense, sadly. So we'll fix those. But at least for this season, they'll be in the East, which depending on how this season shapes up, whichever conference is better, that can either be lucky for them or worse for them. So we'll see. But overall, like I said, once again, thank you guys so much. Sub to the channel, hit the bell, like the video so we can get this video to as many people as possible. This is the start of something really fun, so thank you guys so much for watching. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next episode. This is the Jugger signing off. Peace.